Hello and welcome to my channel here at Freedom from the Night, Tales of the Supernatural. Welcome, all is welcome here. You are welcome here. Um, this is where queens should be. Here at this channel, this is where queens are. Um, I am a queen. You are a queen. Hey, this is where queens should be. Today's topic is about seductivity. Yes, I know that's not a word, but we are getting off into seductivity, okay? Because that's what it's really about in the world today. Lust, okay? So we're going to call it seductivity, okay? And we all, at some point, in something that's overpowering us, can make us be so overwhelmed by seductivity. Okay? Seductivity. All right. Um so what I really want to speak about again is seductivity. Um Seductivity love. Is it love? I mean, is it really love? I mean, can we say it's actually love? Mm. Can we say it's love? I don't know. But overall, um, we are going to talk about it over here, and this is my class, okay? And I am teaching you who is listening. So if you would like to like, comment, and subscribe, all subscribing subscribers, because this is for all ages, okay? All ages. I am going to talk to you from baby to child to woman to man, okay? I'm talking to you all. I am your teacher, a woman. Yes, I am. So, we're going to get off into this seductivity. This I like saying it like that, okay? Don't hate on me. I want to say it like that. Seductivity. Anyway, anyway, seductivity, okay? Is that love? Seductivity, love. That type of love versus love, okay? But I've already spoken about love, and I'm going to speak about love again in another video. Any videos that I'm doing now, these are just the videos I'm doing now. I will most likely upgrade to different videos and other videos about these same subjects. I'm gonna consistently go over this every single year because every single year is a different grade and a different grade level that you are rising up to. Every day it's a different grade level. Okay? Technically, when you wake up, you rise up in God and Jesus Christ, and God sees his son, okay? That is a different level, okay, for the different day. All right. So today we're getting off into seductivity, love. And is it love? Is that really love? Overall, it's mostly it's like people saying to you when you get off into seductivity, love. It's almost like somebody telling you, "Where is your God? Where where is your God now?" Okay, where is he now? I don't see him. hmm I don't see your God. So where is your God? I don't see him. So let's get off into this subject. I try not to be long in my class, but most likely it'd be like 50 minutes. So stay tuned, stay blessed. It might be a little less today, but who knows? Be ready for 50 minutes today. Okay. That's all I got to say to you out there. Okay? My queens and my lordship. All right? My queens and my lordship. And all this royalty that is Christ Jesus. All this royalty that is Christ Jesus. He is a master. He is a master that we serve. And we are so close to him as his friend, walking in friendship with Jesus every single day. It is a beautiful day outside with him in it, because it can be a beautiful day outside and we not even be totally into it and have our mind into this day. But it's a beautiful day outside because he woke us up this morning and carried us on our way. So, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm ready. Mm. So, as you may know, I'm a book person, so I'm a be going off my notes. So you're gonna see me looking down from time to time because I'm looking at my notes. Okay, so don't hate me. Hate, don't even hate God. You know what I'm saying? Like what I was about to say. No, that's inappropriate. Oh, that's inappropriate. Let me stop. Let me stop. Okay, let me stop. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. So I'm gonna be reading off my notes. So don't hate me. Don't hate nobody. Okay. So let's get into the seductivity. Love. Is it really love? Because it's really where people saying, where is your God now? All right. Where's your God now? That's what seductivity, love, is really saying to mostly everybody on the face of this earth. Making fun of my God. Okay. And who all out there believe in him. So I'm gonna see if I can beat this time. I might be able to. We'll see. But welcome to my class, everybody. Here at Freedom from the Night Tales of the Supernatural School of the Supernatural, where we get into the in-depth parts of the things that's going on before they hit the surface. We talk more about that, because anything can form on the surface, but we have to really know what's laying dormant underneath. Okay, that's here in this class. So welcome everybody from babies, and we don't get to talk in all that intellect of the world. We gonna use some words where babies can understand what I'm saying. Okay, yes we are. We're gonna use some words where babies can understand what I'm saying, all the way up to the elderly. Okay, who are like children's all over again. Okay, okay, stop playing. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, don't do that. So yeah, we're not gonna use those big words like that. Okay, we're not doing it today. We not only speaking to grown-ups, we speak to children too. So anyway, so where I'm going with this subject is, the Lord had said something, had put this on me. I wrote it down and hurried up and wrote it so I can say what is needed to be said to you all, so that you can get this, take this with you today on your day, and just get in your Bible, read the word, and go from there. Okay. So to as we know, there are men who have women out here fighting each other, right? Yes we do. We have some men, not all men, some men with women out here fighting each other. Yes. They don't care. They will make it up to where you bump heads with each other, okay? And as we may know, those are the warring men, the men who war within. Those are normally those men. Because if you are a man of God, you're not gonna want that to happen like that. You're not gonna even make a mistake of going outside the house to make that even possible. To where she can get it inside her dreams or get it inside her visions about you. Yeah, this supernatural stuff over here. Yes. We're not hand picking out what we see on a physical. No. What makes you a queen and a lordship is when you see stuff in the spiritual realm before, and you act on it in an appropriate manner before before it goes off onto the surface of your flesh. Okay, because this ain't about flesh. We ain't getting off into the fleshly things. We getting off into the spiritual things, because that's where God is. Okay. All right. So I want you all to know that. Okay. Okay. So to have, let me get off into this seductivity. So to have women fighting each other as men put it all together. Okay. As men put it all together, do uh so men are the ones that cause this, okay? That cause the women to fight each other, the queens. And also women do this too to their lordship, the men, okay? But I'm using men in my case because I'm a woman, okay? So, and this happens between those men, male or female, who are on the earth, who walk in fleshly. This happens to this type of person, okay? So they'll have it to where they'll put it together, all together. They are planning it all out to where these people will meet, okay? And this is because of their own warring, meaning that these men are warring on the inside, and so do women too as well. Okay, so this is a man thing, meaning a human thing, human on the earth thing. Okay, because God didn't say we were separated. God said men and woman are one. So if you're doing to me, you're doing it to yourself. Understand that. If you're doing it to me, I'm a woman, then you're doing it to yourself. We won. Y'all can separate us in the world all you want, but that's not how this goes. That's not how this goes. That's inappropriate, okay? And we shall not have that in this class. No, we are one. Not in the way the world presented as one, but we are one in Christ. Only under righteousness. All right? All right. We don't have time to clown around. We don't have time to do that, because we got to take what we learn in this class and we got to take that outside, and we got to do some things that's appropriate for others, okay? And you got to get in that Bible. You got to read that. No matter if your flesh understand it or not. This is all about spirit, okay? The supernatural, okay? Walking, your walk. You mainly discern things by how a person walks, not their physical walk, but do you remember the phrase, what tree is the person barking up under? Okay. What tree are you barking up under? And that's that phrase. Like, what tree is this person getting his fruit from? What is the fruit of the walk? What's the walk? What's that fruit in the way that person walks? Let's say that. What is the fruit in the way that person walks? I'm seeing this, but then, ooh, wait a minute. What was that? And then, oh, okay, that's good. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I can't follow that person. Oh, no, that was not a, you gotta be able to discern in a person's what fruit is on that person. Okay. And that's only in their walk. What are they walking? What tree are they barking up under? The tree of good and evil? Or the goodness of the good, which is God's substance, his supply, which is love. What are they walking up under? And the fruit of the fruit of the tree of good and evil is the seductivity love. That's the seductivity love. The one that got Eve to eat that apple from that tree. That serpent. That's the seductivity love. Now that love took Adam and Eve out of the Garden of Eden. Not just Eve. It took both of them out of the garden. which is why we're both one. So what you do to me, you're doing it to yourself. And if I, your queen, don't like how you doing stuff to yourself, then I have to let you alone. And so you shall as well. All right? Okay. So back to this. And again, if I'm looking down, I'm looking at my notes. Because I'm gonna read from my notes. I don't care. So there you go. But I'm gonna get the word out. You best believe I'm gonna get this word out. Because God gave it to me. I wrote it down. It's wording that that I wrote out. Thanks be to God. Thank you, God. So warring it's like a settlement. It's a settlement. You know what I'm saying? You know how you got settlements. You can't pay off your whole thing that you invested in, which I gotta think about investment and how your body is your investment. And so you can't pay off the whole thing in which you invested in, meaning you stepped into the room of in your presence. You cannot pay off that whole thing. So now you're owing back. And the person you owing back to is God. You owe back to God. You owe God. You don't owe people. You owe God. So now you have a settlement, which is a warring of all your body parts. Okay. Now your body parts are all scattered all over the place. In order to get them back, you got to pay your settlement. Now, the settlement is due at the end of tax time, where you can write off at the end of tax time, okay, on your settlement, which means that you're going to owe more back than you was if you were just to pay it off totally, right? Okay. I'm just saying to all the people who know about finances, okay, that when you have a settlement, you're gonna have to pay that back at the end of the tax time. You're gonna have to write that on your tax paper, and then you're gonna owe back more than than if you were to pay it back, pay all of it, put all your money and pay it off. Just in case people didn't know that. But so yeah, so warring is a settlement. You're gonna keep warring until you find every piece of parts of your body as a whole. WHOLE. And I have a video about how to sanctify yourself holy. 8 things on how to sanctify yourself holy. Okay, you can go and see that video. But yeah, that's the settlement. So now you got to gather in all the body parts, which is going to take a little bit more than if you were to walk holy in the very beginning. So now it's going to take a little bit more of that to pull on you and your body parts to come together so that they won't be in part and scattered all over the earth for you to try to get them. Then now your settlement, let me see how I'm gonna say that. Now that your settlement, now it's gonna take some little time. Let's just say that. It's gonna take some little time and that you got the settlement now. Now you got a settlement, meaning the warring on the inside of you. Something that you cannot physically see. You can't physically see this warring. But there is a warring on the inside of you. Okay? And you have a settlement to get those body parts back. God is like basically giving you a settlement within the judgment that He gives to you, that He judges you every day. He giving you a settlement to try to get them things back. And the only way you can get them back is if you overcome the judgment. The only way you can get those body parts back is if you overcome the judgment. Okay? Because that's what it takes. That's what it's going to take. You're going to have to do this in love in order for you to get your body parts. That's a must. And I have a video about that too. It's called Love. So go check those out as well. Okay? So to go on, that settlement between us, birth, birth, uh, from birth, birth. That's how we birth this stuff. We birth this stuff all over the world. Okay, we birth this stuff all over the world. We have access. Let me see. Let me see what I'm saying. We have access. We have access just like they do. Um, us women, we have access just like a man does. Okay, we have access just like a man does to nations. We do. We have, as women, we have access just like a male does over the world. We do. We birth this stuff. That's what women like us do. Queens like us do. We birth this stuff from the womb. And again, we have access just like men do all over the world. Only thing is we don't have to go from man to man to do this egotistical stuff. We don't have to, as a woman, we don't have to go from man to man to do this egotistical stuff. And this is egotistical stuff. This ain't spiritual stuff. We don't have to go from man to man to do this egotistical stuff. All we got to do is birth it from the vaginal area. It just comes from us. All that stuff is what makes a man jealous of a woman. Because a man, although they go from woman to woman, it's not like they really are wanting to do that. Because remember King Solomon, he only wanted that one woman. He had to get all them other women because he had to go to work. He had to work. But and that places us with how the men nowadays, they don't want to have all these women. They just doing it because they going to work. And they going to work not for God. They going to work for seductivity, the lust of the flesh. Understand? And they still don't know no better. So they are like little children, little babies that just doing as they please and don't care who gets it, whatever it is, out on the flesh. Okay? But a woman don't have to do that. It just comes from the birth canal out of the vajayjay. And men, they have to go and do the whole, I'm finna get this woman and that woman to birth. That's the only way they can birth it. It's going from woman to woman to birth it. Okay? And it is love. They have to go from woman to woman to birth love and still never find the supply of love that they need for themselves. Because the supply of love is within you. You are love. But when you're going outside of that to seductivity of love, then you are working more than your natural self can provide. You are providing for something that is an illusion. And in that illusion, through supernatural ways and through supernatural means, it is evil. It is considered wickedness. It is considered wickedness that is drawing from you on to others as you go about your day. Okay? So we just birth the babies and that's it. But men, they have to egotistically, they have to go from woman to woman to birth something spiritually, because it can't be it can't be, sometimes it's not on the surface. It's done in the spirit. A woman don't have to go from person to person to birth something. But a man does in order for him to get a whole bunch of something, okay? And riches and guaranteed riches. They have to go doing cheating. They have to go through the commandments, against the commandments, in order to get the work done of the seductivity of love. And that's a whole WHOLE nation right there. Okay, that's a whole nation. Men who war on the inside, men who war on the inside, um, are trying to catch up with that. Yes, they are. I hate to say that, but men who are warring on the inside, they are trying to catch up with women. So, yes, they are. They are trying, men who are supposed to be one with us, and we are one with them. We are not separated, no matter what the world says. The world says that we are separated, but we are one. But being that in their mind, they are not one with us. We are not one with them. And how the world puts it, we are not one. We are separated. Okay? That's how the world puts it. And they will try their best to go to war to catch up with the woman, a seductive woman who is not even supposed to be allowed into the church. And the church is the body of that flesh, the in-depth parts of it. That woman ain't even supposed to be in there. But yet this is what the man does as he is warring on the inside to catch up with woman. Not a woman, us women, but a seductive woman. That woman, the deceiver who comes in all shapes. For men, he comes in a woman as a woman, and for women, he comes in as a man. You understand? This woman takes on all forms to seduce God's children into doing something against God, to where you're saying, where is your God now? Because your God is gone now, because now they are your God. And they come in many shapes and forms before ever surfacing on the flesh. Which is why this is not about a flesh thing. This is about a spirit and spirits that you are serving, and you are walking after that seductive woman. Lust. She is all kind of names. She is lust. She call herself love, but she's not love. But she comes in like she's loving. Her walk is easy to discern, but those who don't want to look at the things of a person's walk, they will get seduced by her. And they blame it on the female, us. She ain't us. We are so separated from who she is. She is Satan. She ain't us. You are confusing her with me, a woman. You confusing her with me. I'm not her. But she walks in every person that goes after her. I will tell you that. She goes in everyone in their church. She walked right on in there, in the in-depth parts of your body, and brings all of her minions, all of whoever goes with her, she bring them with her. From you walking the paths after her, she done brought back now 7 more demons, 7 more seducing spirits than she did before. And now you are undergoing temptation of the earth. You have brought to you the egotistical mind of temptation with her. And now the warring begins with you, male or female. We're one. God said that. We are one. It was never meant for us to be separate. When the world talk, they talk like we are separated. But we're not. So again, that leaves you at war every single day. That war ain't nothing but temptation building up on the inside of you due to you falling up behind that woman, which ain't me. She ain't no woman out here. She's a different type of breed. She come from Satan. Knee deep down. She was birthed in the ground, which is why it says in the Bible that it is better for it to come out of the JJ, the mother womb, the mother us, than it is to coming from that earth, birth from the earth. Her, that woman that you keep falling after as you going time traveling up out of these wombs. Through each womb that she's able to open up, you are basically time traveling through the wombs that's open that she then opened up due to birth. She birthed these things, and it doesn't make it right. And as you are going through these wombs, because that's what they are, the birthing of wombs. These are Mother Earth wombs, and that's unsafe places. And as you are coming up out of these wombs, you're not coming up out of them as yourself. You are coming up out of them as somebody else. And you are traveling, your body parts are scattered all over the place. And that's the reason why God is wanting all his children, his lordship and his queens to come back home. Come back where you belong, to yourself in here. This flesh, no matter what it tries to birth, that's not your wombs to come out of. You was only safely supposed to come out of my womb, the original mother, my womb, female womb. That's the only thing that gave you visitation rights here on the earth. It's coming from my womb. Look at me, man. Man of God, look at me, man. I'm woman. You were supposed to come out of my womb safely. To birth out of other wombs. It's unsafe. You coming out of there with all the mucus of other demonic things. And then when you come back home, you're coming back with her. And she is an investment on all things that's coming from everybody. Evil side, wicked side, that wickedness that come from them doing evil. And again, so they being at war with their physical self turn things around on your ability to have birth. And on top of that, you're birthing nations too. They mind blown. The men are. Speaking of men, the men who turned away because of war, turned away from God because of the war, the seduction of the woman that took them away, and now she brought back to their bodies more demons than they ever had before in their life. And the more and more she take y'all away by seductivity, y'all keep coming back with more and more warring on the inside of your flesh that you have to deal with. And some of you, when you're facing judgment, because judgment has to come, because your body has to be edified in love. And I have a video about that. Your body has to be edified in love. Well, you got to overcome. You got to come out of that as overcome. So you got to get the love. You got to get judged through the courtship, of things, in order for you to make it out and overcome. And some people don't overcome because they still at war on the inside of themselves. They still fighting it. Instead of just giving it up to God, letting God take care of your wound, your warring wounds. Let God take care of those wounds. The safest place you could have came out of again was the womb of the woman. But when you started to travel all over the place, you came out of wombs of the earth. And so therefore, when you came back home, you came back with a lot of stuff. Man of God, you came back with a lot of stuff. And so now that war has begun. Same thing with you, woman of God. You too. That's what causes the war. The temptation causes the war. And the temptation is the opposite of love. It's called lust, the seductivity in which I'm speaking about. And so again, they mind blown physically with that, with all that warring. The plot a woman gets in on when it comes to an angry man is the killing and the death of her. Okay. So when the woman, the lady comes into your life, being that you warring with this other woman on the inside that ain't got nothing to do with a person, it's a spirit that you are warring with by yourself only, and you can't blame nobody else for it. Well, when you get a woman like me to come in on that, I'm coming in on a plot of my life. I'm basically coming in on a plot against my life with you. And you are an angry man. And you are out to kill my soul for the supply of my love. Because you never seen love like mine before. You've only went after that woman. She's an imaginary woman. She is temptation. She is lust. You went after her instead of me. Okay? So, automatically, once I get with you, it's a plot on me as a woman in your life. And your anger will kill me dead. Mm. In the process of this, what will happen is that you will be using other spirits to get into you, to rid you of that amount of physical power. Although there is no power separated from God. So those spirits that you are entertaining, that you're going to war with, that ain't doing nothing but putting you in a seductivity system of love. That's all that's happening. You in that type of amount of power. Now you got to get judged by God, is what I said. You have to get judged by God. God got to judge because you got to be in love. You got to whole. You got to be whole. WHOLE. You got to be whole in order to be holy. HOLY. So he got to go. He got to go to work. His good work. His good got to go on the inside of all men. His good got to go on the inside of all men in order for the edification of the supply, The supply is love. Love is the supply. The good is God. God is good. Good all the time. Okay? God, that's the good. The good. God. God is the good. You need that. It's his supply is love. The love is the supply. The supply is love. That's what he puts on you. All these other spirits that you got ain't doing nothing but causing the war to continue on the inside of you. And you are struggling with this amount of settlement. When it's time to settle this. Okay? So, as I go on, I say, with God, we all have the power. We all have the power to love. We don't have to go taking it from nobody else. We all have the power to love from our insides. He gave us that supply whenever he judged us to edify us. His edification supplies us with love so that we can have our body parts in the light and bring life to it so that we can be able to give that to others and not keep it to ourselves. So with God, men and female, we all have that amount of power, that love, that good. Because that's who God is. But the only thing is, men use being unfaithful and cheating and not wanting to commit to committing things against the commandments over women because of their birth canal, okay? And what they have on the inside of them due to that seductivity system of love, which they followed after that woman. That's not us. We are not that woman. That woman is not us. But you're putting us together with that woman, with her, with she. She is not us. She is Satan in many different forms. Get out of your head, man. She not me. You hurt because of her. The imaginary woman in your life that you go to war with and you plot against other women. And some against women do this too, towards men. Because of this woman who come in many different forms. She comes as a baby, she comes as a man, a woman, an elderly, she comes in whatever you want her to be. And I see as many physical women out here trying to transform themselves into being a seductive and the seductivity of that system as well. And all that's going to happen is we're going to get more men out here warring with themselves. And at the same time, these women still going to be at war with themselves as well because man and woman are together. We are not separated. Someday somebody going to understand that. So since the man is unfaithful, cheating, not able to make the commitment because of the woman, that woman, not me, not the woman that's in the physical body, like me. And you got to separate this, but I'm talking about that woman, Satan. She comes in many different forms. Seductivity. She seduces you into lust. And you tempt it every day. Temptation. Jesus went through temptation too. She tried to seduce him, coming in so many demonic spirits. So many. You better believe she came. But God never said that she was us. Y'all are taking the Bible too literally. The Bible is not to be taken literally like that. It is to be taken in truth. Get out of literal This ain't no political Bible. Get out of the literal of being. This is God. He's in spirit and in truth. Okay? So truth over being literal. Truth. Now we can use those English words and say, oh, it is literal. God is literal. No, God ain't literal. God is truth. He never said he was literal. So you can't mix up his words and say, oh, God is literal. He's to be taken literal. No, he's not. He's to be taken as truth. In spirit and in truth. That's all I'm going off of. In spirit and in truth. That's it. He never said literal. Not one time. That's the English language that says that literal is the same as truth. It is not. Everything somebody take literal. And God tells us the truth just like that off of them taking it literal. Come on now. Literal has nothing to do with the truth. The truth shall set you free. The truth will set you free. It will make you free. It will make you. So with God, we all have that power to love. Love is powerful because God love on us. His love. He is love. God is love. And again, men use being unfaithful and cheating and not committing things against the commandments over women. And we don't have nothing to do with that. That's Satan. And they do this to be at war with us, with their anger and wrath over God. Just to play one consistently, just to play it consistently, like playing it over and over again consistently. And women use seduction as well. And this is the other side of what men are warring. The basis to what men are warring for is seduction, not love. Seduction, not love. Men are not warring uh because of love. They are warring to get love from somebody else because they don't have the supply that they need from themselves because they're too busy chasing after that woman's seductivity. Seduction. So men are warring for to be in the place of making babies spiritually for warring men. So men will make babies, and what comes from that is lust. Okay? What comes from that is lust. Just because men are making babies out here, that doesn't mean that's love. That's lust. They doing the same thing that woman's seductivity is doing, making babies. She did it in the spirit realm. She made these men come from out of these wombs of the earth, and they were birthed a different type of evil. So all these women, all these men, physical men and physical women, because we all are men upon the earth. So but me as a woman and them as a male, I'm the female and they the male. They are out making babies all over the world. All over the world. And this is due to the war of the seductivity. Okay? And the seductivity is the seduction of lust. That's not love. That's lust. Lust is in everything. It's in everything. Everything. Everything you do, everything you say. Everything that you are, everything that you interact with, everything, everything. Mm. It's in everything. Lust is in everything. And it is through lust that they make babies. Through what is lust. And they do this for the fun of it. Do it for the fun of it because this is what they learn from this seducing woman. Not us. Ain't got nothing to do with us. It's what you did when you traveled after when you did your time traveling out of these wombs on the earth, and not what you've actually learned from the womb of your mother, in the womb of the woman, that woman's womb. You doing exactly what you doing due to the following after that seducing woman. You doing what she did. She was having fun planting her seeds on the inside of you when she took with you and you brought back home 7 of all the demons that you got from her. So now you having your fun in seductivity. So when you having babies out here, meaning you are doing it because it's fun to do. You might have all your excuses to why you want to do it, but in reality, you don't know why you're doing it. You're doing it because you're out to have fun. You're just having fun with it. Okay? You having fun with it. You placing birth out here now. So now you questioning a woman like, wait a minute. I don't need no woman because I'm giving birth out here through, even though you giving birth out here through a woman, which is me, you saying that you don't need me now because you can go out here and get any woman. You can go out here and get women to place birth. You can go out here through lust and get a birthing of a baby. It's fun to do. No matter what excuses you come from with, you still on the inside says that it's fun to do. Fun. And you cheat and you be unfaithful due to being unruly. So now you're in a stage of being unruly. And you can go check out my 8 things to sanctify you holy. Now you're in a place of being unruly and you are taking unruly measures to get access off into the world. Because children are what they say, children are the future. To a man, children are your future, huh? They your money bag. You got a child over here, you got a child over there. That's my money. We out here having fun. This is my money. This is my riches. Through seduction, through lust. Lust comes in many forms, many things, everything. Don't even take it from nothing. Cars, clothes, money, shoes, everything you love through seductivity is what you attract. And God never said to attract anything. He said to add on to. So as you are out here having your fun and making all the babies all over the world, placing yourself at, hey, where is your God now? Because your God now, right? Because now you're God. So that places you as God. And now you got babies all over the world because the fun of it. And you like, yes, that's my money. That's my riches. That's my stuff. And this ain't nothing but what your forefathers and taught you. Your ancestors taught you this stuff. Because those who travel alone, they only do what Jesus tells them to do. But those who travel in groups, they travel in groups of this seductivity, this lust, the treasures of that. And that's how they make their stuff. Which is why God was mad with the Jews because of this stuff. And here it is that so many people are going back to this same old stuff that God said he wanted stopped by the Jews. I hear every day somebody saying, this is what the Jews did, so we should be doing it too. No, God took stuff from the Jews because of this is what they was doing. He done flipped over the table because this is what they was doing. Money in so many ways. There's however we can make some money, however we can make us be a God over God. However we can do, we got to do. God didn't like that. God been trying to get the Jews to get it together for so long now. And now it's time for the Jews to come home. This is not how you're supposed to get your riches. This is not. You got to come into the kingdom royalty. You royalty. You placing us at where is your God now? Because you are now the gods because you made your demons all over the place. Yeah. So now you like, yeah, it's fun. Oh, yeah, I can do whatever I want to do because now I'm the world. And I got the children of the future. Oh, yeah. I'm God. I'm God now. I'm bigger than God now. So now you done place yourself bigger than God just through this seductivity of love alone and not through Jesus Christ by yourself in him alongside that. So you cheat and you be unfaithful with more than just one woman and you're doing the sexual acts with different women because you like to have sex. And we're going to keep it simple. You have all these babies for the fun of it. And you have sex with these women because you like to have sex. And that's it. You like to have sex. It's seductivity, love. Seductivity. That's the love that's out now. And it's called lust. That seducing spirit. That tempting spirit. It's tempting you every single day. You are warring with it, so you would rather not war with it. You rather, what's the word? You rather be one with it. We're gonna use the small words, not the big words, because everybody gonna get in on this here class. Yeah. So you're one with it now. Now you just one. You and this seducing spirit, y'all one. Mm. She is y'all favorite over us. Y'all even letting us go for her. The real woman who is in this body, who got visitation rights to be on the earth, you are leaving me for her. So, sex, in other words, is the seductivity. That wavelength is cute. That wavelength is cute to those with anger issues. Oh, yeah. It's cute to them. And wrath, Their wrath is over God. Their wrath is over God. It's like God is bigger. But it's almost like these men are out here saying, yeah, God is bigger, but I'm bigger than God. Look at all the nations, because people are nations. And it makes a man feel like the egotistical side is like overwhelmed right now, through temptation. They're like, oh, I got nations out here. So I'm a big thing. So look at all the nations I have made. I'm God. This is what these men are saying now. I'm God over God now. It was done through the woman birth canal, the way into nations. And I played the system in which God created all of my own. I did this all my own in the system God created. I did this. This is what I did. This is what you're saying, man. I did this. I made nations. I created nations. This is my child. I have ownership of this child. That's my son. That's my daughter. But in reality, your ego is saying, that's my nation. I created that whole earth right there. Oh, I got many. I got more than just one nation. God just got this one. I got many. Now what? They feel like my royalties do off of them kids. They ain't birthing babies for no good reason. It's for fun. For fun of the nations, and they laughing and thinking this is cute. That they making the babies and ain't doing what they supposed to do for the one. For the one child, okay? They just having fun. Like, yeah, this is my nation. That's my nation. That's my, oh yeah, look at all the nations I done did over God. And this is all angry men. Angry men who are at war, at doing things they not supposed to do against God. Mm. And they war and they got all this wrath on the inside of them because of their ego. And they get it stroked every time. They be like all the nations they made. All the nations I made, you think you finna take my nations away from I made these nations. But ain't did nothing to help create God inside these nations. All they want the recognition of is I made these nations. And they made them over God. So they the gods. So they plant themselves as the God when they have a baby because I made a whole nation. Mm, not the more women that they have, they saying the more women I have sex with, also the fact that they having all this sexual intercourse with these women. The more women I have sex with, the more I have all of her on the inside of me. Yeah. The more sex I have with women, the more I have more of her on the inside of me. I carry the woman in her image in me. She a part of me now. That makes her a part of me now. No, it don't. That makes more of your war. You war more because temptation is bigger now. It's greater now. It's to the point of overflooding rivers of water. That's how bad it's getting. And we ain't talking about no Holy Spirit water. We talking about overflowing waters of drowning you. Like Noah. Noah type water. You finna drown in this water. Okay? Because you ain't even got a boat. You're drowning. Now, and now they got all these women through having sex with them. Now they got these women all inside of them. So they feel like they can birth babies now, and they feel like they the woman now. They don't need a woman. They taking over the woman's place because the more sex they have with the women, the more they become the woman. And God already said that you are not to be like a woman, not us women, but the seducing woman. Did you know that? She gonna make you like men. If you're a man, she gonna make you like a woman that ain't even supposed to be touched or dealt with. She gonna make you have sex with animals and all kind. She gonna seduce you into temptation of doing stuff, murdering, killing, everything that is against God and according to God is an abomination to God. She gonna have you doing all that and some more stuff. What you mean? You want her all on the inside of you like that? You want her in your church, your body parts? You lost. You lost. And you sitting up there saying, now I'm powerful and I'm the God over God. No, you're not. All you are is the fool. You the fool now over God. Which this is what you're saying. This is what you got taught by your ancestors. That and you got taught this. Okay, I understand. And so now you're warring and you're lopsided and you're not thinking straight and you think that women are gods. So to have them on the inside of you, now you feel like you're God. So you having sex with all these women just to put you at God's status. So you can say, now I'm God because I got all the women who are supposed to be gods on the inside of me. And now you men are going to war with women because of the physical stuff you see and not what Jesus has taught all of us. But the wisdom of our forefathers that passed down all of this seductivity, iniquity is what God called it, iniquity unto us. So they care nothing about Jesus at all. You care nothing about Jesus at all, not one bit. Welcome to my class, who's out there. Welcome. Because we get off into some stuff over here. Okay. So you carrying wisdom from your ancestors from four generations, 5 generations ago, all the way up until now and more. Even with even with what you've seen being done on the face of the earth now. You carrying all that wisdom and still don't got the wisdom of God that you need through Christ Jesus, who is with us. He's with us. You don't care nothing about Jesus at all. And this again, I call this seductivity. The acts, and the riding the wave of lust. Doing this because you can and you have an excuse, whether it's good or bad, in order to get away with it. Knowing it all over knowing better, right? Because you know better, but you rather know it all over knowing better. That's why when you laugh, I seen somebody when somebody laughed at me, I said, you know better. And he just laughed. Yeah, you know better, but you prefer to know it all over knowing better. Everybody know it all, so they got all kind of excuses to when somebody say something against them, they ready to go to war with them because that war inside of them is gonna cause them to take up for that seducing spirit. That ain't even got nothing to do with you, but you defending this seductivity of a spiritual love. which is not love of God at all. And you care nothing about Jesus, defending this spirit. Let go of this spirit. Let it go. So you would prefer to know it all over knowing better. It's way more seductive. It's way more seductive. That plays the whole thing out. Hey, this way more seductive. Sorry to run over you, but hey, I'm unruly, and these are the measurements of my seductivity. I gotta work like this. This is how I work. I work in equity. This is my work. It's the way I walk. My walk is my work, and that's true. The way you walking is your work. But who are you walking with? What tree are you embarking on? The tree of good and evil? What tree? Or the tree in which God told you can eat off of? What are you doing? The unruly of men, male and female. Men turning into women physically, and men having all the women or more than one woman is all the same seductivity, lust. That woman birthing on the inside of them over the true God alone. And spirits, and the spirit son Jesus. They would rather have the spirit of this woman who is known as the God. Because this is what people tells us, that women are gods. Women are not gods, man. And that doesn't mean that was the right story that was passed down from our ancestors. That don't mean that was the right story. That was wrong given to us. Women are not gods in the way that you all are thinking, and you feel like the more that you have sex with all these women, that you are inducing this edification of you being God. You feel like you on top of the world. You done overcame nations and all that. Now you carry the power. You feel like you got the power because you went to these people out of lust with no love on the inside of you, and you took from them the very little to high supply of love that they have. And now you placing yourself as you are the God, because now you got all that on the inside. Yeah. And if a woman don't have all that on the inside of them to give it to you, you feel like you made the wrong move. You can't be God like that, huh? When it's Jesus. Who this Jesus? I don't know who that Jesus is. You gonna get to know him. Okay? He ain't gonna make you feel like nothing. It's just gonna be. So unruly, let me tell you what unruly is according to the Bible. Unruly is allowing things on the inside to surface on the physical and without God. But your own wisdom is used for the decisions that you made. And you have an ego built up for your excuses to be walking in who you are over God. You are out of order. God judged you and you didn't listen. You did as you chose to. And you followed your own heart and your loneliness in its levels. And whatever it brings forth, that's unruly. Order in the court. See you later. And hope you all have a good day. Class is now over. Bye-bye.